Hello everyone, thanks for liking my videos. My name is Tim. Today's video, I want to bring you a cost of living video here at Mactan Newtown in Cebu City, Philippines. And this is not going to be your typical cost of living video because everybody's cost to live is different. I want to give you some price ranges of condos that you can rent, and I'll speak primarily to rent here at Mactan Newtown. And the first thing I want to mention about renting here is the rents seem to be various. They seem to be all over the map. You can talk to somebody who rents a one-bedroom unit for 60,000 pesos. And the next person you talk to, they'll be renting a one-bedroom unit for 27,000 pesos. And that's primarily due to many different leasing companies. It also is due to their inventory levels. And it depends on how well you can negotiate a lease. I want to talk about short-term leases versus long-term leases. Long-term lease, in my opinion, is going to be anything 6 months or greater, and short-term lease will be 6 months or less. Your rents are going to increase quite a bit if you rent 6 months or less. I know somebody that I speak to almost daily who rented a one-bedroom unit for 1 month, and he's paying 77,000 pesos. That's all inclusive. That includes the electricity, it includes the water, it includes the internet, which brings up other points. You can get short-term leases that only include the rent, and you have to pay the electricity and the water. You can get long-term leases that include the rent, the electricity, the water, and the association fees. There's a lot of different variables, so be aware when somebody tells you what their rent is, you have to be aware of what it includes. Does it include association fees, which usually run around 5,000 pesos per month, or does it not? Does it include electricity? Does it include the internet? And does it include water? And those are your basic needs. Those are your costs. It's going to be electricity, it's going to be water, it's going to be internet, and it's going to be your rent. And a lot of the rent depends on how long you lease for and how well you negotiate. But in general terms, I want to give you some figures so you understand what the rents are here. At any one of the towers, I'm going to talk about 8 Newtown, I'm going to talk about 1 Pacific Residences as well as 1 Manchester Place. Those are the 3 primary residential areas that you can rent now here at Mactan Newtown. And for a studio condo, you should be able to rent that anywhere between 25,000 and 35,000 pesos per month. And that should include association fees, the 5,000 peso association fee. You should be able to get a studio for in that 30,000 peso. If you're a good negotiator and if you find a leasing company that's motivated, you should be able to find a studio for around 25,000 pesos per month. That includes association fees. That does not include parking. If you're looking at long-term, 30,000 pesos is a benchmark for a studio unit here at Mactan Newtown. The electricity, that is your second largest expense. Those also vary depending on how often you run your air conditioning units. And most studio units here at Mactan Newtown will have 2 split type air conditioners. I believe they are inverter type air conditioners. You probably can get by cooling your studio unit with 1 split unit. If you run both split units 24/7, your electric bill should be somewhere in the 5,000 to 6,000 pesos per month range. If you use only one split aircon, your electric bill should be somewhere in that 4,000 to 5,000 per month range in a studio unit. In a one-bedroom unit, you can increase that. The one-bedroom units, I also believe, have 2 split air cons in those one-bedroom units, but I think they're larger units. So in a one-bedroom unit at Mactan Newtown, you can expect to pay somewhere between 5,000 and 7,000 pesos per month in electric costs. Your third largest cost will be your water. Usually you have to pay water on your own outside of your rent. And your water costs here so far at Mactan Newtown are running somewhere in that 600 pesos per month. Again, depending on how often you use your water, how many people are living in your unit. But if you have one person or 2 people, your water bill in a studio unit should run somewhere between 500 and 600 pesos per month. That should increase if you're in a one-bedroom unit, and if you use more water, and it depends on if you use the laundry machine or not. There's a lot of variation in the costs. That's why I'm hesitant to publish a video that talks about cost of living here, because everybody's living style is different. I wanted to give you an idea of what the rents are, especially long-term rents. I'm primarily quoting you prices for long-term rents on a studio and a one-bedroom unit here at Mactan Newtown. And in summary, a studio unit should run you between 25,000 and 30,000 pesos per month, including the association fee, which is about 5,000 pesos a month. Your water bill should run between 500 and 600 pesos per month. Your electric bill, that could vary quite a bit based on how you utilize your electricity. I run at least one of my split air cons 24/7, and I'm paying between 4,000 and 6,000 pesos per month electricity in a studio unit. I hope that helps you. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell notification for notifications. I appreciate that. Feel free to forward the video to anyone you feel is interested. You can find condo units for rent on websites like rentpad.com. I found my unit on Facebook Marketplace. I think Facebook Marketplace is a good place to look. Do a search, Mactan Newtown condo, studio condo, one-bedroom condo, and you should find units available here at Mactan Newtown, and those prices will vary quite a bit. Keep looking around, talk to several different leasing companies. There are many different leasing companies with different types of inventory levels, with different types of rent prices. I hope I pointed you in the right direction. There are a lot of units that you can rent short and long term here. There is no reason not to come to Mactan Newtown. Have a great day, stay safe, take care everyone.